persuasive argument is stop shark culling. How do you convince a group of people to care about saving a monster that often haunts their nightmares? I'm talking about the shark, an animal that has popped up in horror stories among thousands of cultures, or under hundreds of cultures over thousands of years. Of course, it's no surprise as to why the shark is the perfect protagonist for human horror stories. The great white shark, the shark so commonly branded as the face of the class, can swim up to 35 miles per hour underwater. And according to National Geographic, the largest shark ever to be recorded grew up to 37 feet. Can you imagine that? They also come with a complete set of 300 teeth, razor sharp teeth. A force of nature in its underwater habitat that we, as a species, have grown to love and explore, but are completely alien to. Now let me offer you something scarier than the idea of seeing a great white shark face to face. The chance that you may never see one, ever. Sharks are an irreplaceable member of marine ecosystems. However, due to public vilification and fear along with occasional fatal run-ins, coastal countries and states have developed a deplorable practice known as the culling. Shark culling is a state-funded program in which governments hire commercial fishermen to capture sharks, weigh them, and then kill them if they are a certain size that the government claims can harm people. Another addition to culling practices is drum lines. Drum lines are pretty much a system of nets that can run often miles down coastal fronts and capture anything in its wake. So how effective are these practices in saving human lives? As a former citizen of one of these, or as a citizen and a former member of one of these coastal towns, a neighbor to drum lines and shores that have harbored a cull, I found this topic very interesting to investigate. Shark culling practices hurt us in many different ways, financially, ethically, and also have grave ecological and environmental impact. As I stated earlier, sharks are incredibly vital to marine ecosystems. Cited from Shark Savers, a publicly funded offshoot of the charity Wild Aid, as apex predators, their presence helps populations feed off weaker prey, diseased fish, weaker fish, or fish that often sometimes can carry sicknesses that can cause potential outbreaks. They also keep, and therefore also keep the populations more genetically fit and stronger. They also, as the top apex predator, they keep these populations in line. When you have a ton of herbivores running rampant, it causes mass desecration to fauna within those ecosystems, allowing the ecosystems to collapse on themselves. They help keep our coral reefs alive, our kelp forests flourishing, and seagrass healthy. According to the Sea Life Trust, 90% of sharks have been eliminated, mostly due to human contact. A toll on marine ecosystem that is becoming imminent to marine scientists all over the world. For example, in Hawaii, between the years of 1959 to 1976, 5,000 sharks were culled. And as Susan Casey, an esteemed journalist and novelist who frequently writes on sharks, cites in her essay that the number of attacks actually stayed the same within Hawaii. Another great example is in my native Western Australia. She cites that in 2014, after a run of 3 fatal shark attacks, Western Australia set out to cull great whites. Not a single white shark was captured. However, 56 tiger sharks met their demise, a breed of shark that hadn't even bitten an Australian citizen since 1929. The drums also have dire consequences, trapping not only sharks, but more commonly other innocent marine life as collateral, often turning into stretches of coast into hidden sea life graveyards, oftentimes trapping dolphins and critically endangered species like the gray nurse shark. Now that we've investigated the environmental aspects of culling practices, how do human populations surrounding these culls feel? It turns out not too good. The Australian Marine Conservation Society released a staggering poll of 80% of Australians disagreeing with cull practices. Sorry. This survey was conducted by the largest newspaper in all of Sydney, Australia. They're ineffective and also open up protected marine reserves to commercial fishing boats that cause way more harm than good. There is no denying that we must take measures to protect beachgoers and surfers from fatal shark attacks. The Department of Fisheries of Western Australia has been incredibly forward-thinking in their relationships between their coexisting shark and human populations after the failure of their 2014 cull. They now have an entire webpage citing their cumulative research on effective geotagging and GPS tracking. They came up with a program known as the Shark Monitoring System, which allows the public to access different sets of sightings and run-ins with humans and sharks. The Fisheries Department also sponsors shark tagging, aerial flyovers, detailed research support, and has a response team. There's also a program known as Surf Lifesaving, and it's to help keep people safe. It's sort of like the Girl Scouts, or not like Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts of Australia. Like all the kids kind of do it if you grow up in a coastal community, and just educates you on ocean safety, and sharks are a huge part of that. It gets the community involved, and it gets everybody more conscientious about their safety and their interactions with sharks. It is incredibly vital that we invest in the future of our oceans. It has been estimated by the Sea Trust organization that the ocean could be completely shark-free within 2 decades. Could you imagine trying to explain to your grandkids what a shark is? And along with that, the ocean too. So not only is this important, it's urgent. Through education, outreach, and lending our ears and hands to hard science, sharks, maybe we can save the sharks and a couple surfers on the way. Thank you.